Quite often in the Gospels, we see Jesus offering two varieties of healing, both bodily and spiritual healing. One of the reasons Jesus offers these two kinds of healings is that both our bodies and our spirits can be broken. They're broken in different ways, but they can both need healing. God doesn't make mistakes, and He made us both bodily and spiritual creatures for a reason. And both these dimensions of who we are exist at the same time. That's why, as Christians, we have an internal life and an external life. Our faith is in both dimensions. It's also why the sacraments involve both an internal and an external dimension. When we pray with our minds. We pray in a way that God can hear us. Then again, when we baptize, we not only pray, but we also use physical water. When we have the sacrifice of the Mass, we not only pray, but we have the physical presence of Jesus. Jesus wants us to live our holiness both in our body and our spirit, because the two can never really be separated. But there's something rather unusual going on in today's gospel. We hear toward the end, whenever unclean spirits saw him, they would fall down before him and shout, "You are the Son of God." In other words, here were some poor souls who were afflicted by demons, and the demons, what did they say? They said that they believed in God. Here you have demons acknowledging that God is real. It might seem strange to say it, but demons are not unbelievers. They acknowledge that Jesus is the Son of God. That's why they're afraid of him. That's why they want to get away from him. How does this make sense? How could the demons say that God is real? We think hard about it and we realize that this is actually something that's true all over the Gospels. There are many people in Jesus' life who encounter him up close and personal, who believe that he is the Son of God, who believe that he is who he says he is, and yet they still walk away. They tremble with fear and they don't accompany him. They don't heed his gospel. What does this tell us? It tells us something very important about ourselves, about the way that our nature works. Believing in God isn't enough. After all, even the demons we hear about in today's gospel believe in God. We also need to be transformed by our belief in God and to demonstrate what these entities lacked, which is Christian charity. That is the proof and the evidence of the fact that not only do we believe that God is real, but we love him, and we extend our hand back to him after he extends his hand to us, just like those who were cured reached out to touch Jesus in today's gospel. Quite often, we meet people on the periphery of the church, the outside of the church. They might even say cruel and hurtful things to us. They might be afflicted by various kinds of demons, things that bother them, afflictions of all kinds, things we really don't know. But we don't need to take these kinds of things too personally, because after all, there are so many souls who want to be near God, but who are struggling with God. The gospel today shows us that these souls might actually be a lot closer to God than they realize, or than we realize. Sometimes we also say to ourselves, gosh, if only God were more evident, if only God gave me far more evidence